everybody. Thanks again for joining me on a Supplement Sunderday. Day of the week we have made up. That means either a Saturday or a Sunday where we're gonna get together and go over a supplement, go over the benefits of supplementation and why it can be so beneficial for our health picture. So again, thanks for taking time to learn what I never learned in pharmacy school for some odd reason, but these supplements have been so fascinating to go over as we dig deeper into what they can do for our health. So let's just get going. So what are we talking about today? And I know you already looked. So we're talking about L-theanine. L-theanine. L-theanine, what is it? Well, it's an amino acid. Now this is actually an amino acid that is not made in our body. And amino acids, if you remember, are building blocks of protein. Now L-theanine is not naturally found in our body, so we have to get it from our diet. Okay, so where is it found? Well, since we said it's not found in our body, we do find it in green tea leaves and in black tea leaves. And this L-theanine has been studied further because it kind of mimicked glutathione when scientists started looking at it and they wanted to dig deeper into what this thing could do. All right, so how does this thing do what it does? How does this thing work? Well, what it can do, it affects levels of neurotransmitters in our brain. Okay, so this L-theanine crosses our blood-brain barrier pretty quickly, and it's about 70-some% bioavailable, which means it gets to where it needs to be and our body knows what to do with it, okay? So it affects neurotransmitters in our brain, so things like serotonin, dopamine, GABA, and these are neurotransmitters that are responsible for mood and relaxation and anxiety control and stress control and even cortisol. And we all know that cortisol is very much linked as our stress hormone. So if we can get a grip on our cortisol levels, that can be a real game changer for our mood. So another thing with our brain, they have found that it increases the activity of an alpha frequency in the brain. Now what this actually does is it relaxes our mind without drowsiness. Okay, so again, it's a jitter buster. We get this calming effect, but yet alert, okay? So it makes it really awesome for that. And it also helps in a relaxation way for sleep. So all in all, it has a significant effect on our general state of alertness and mental health and attention span. All right, so let's talk a little bit bigger picture what this does. Well, we've already touched on the anxiety and stress relief, and that's a real thing. It really has an effect in this arena. In fact, some fascinating studies that are going on right now are in the schizophrenic population and how this L-theanine can help these patients not only with their anxiety and stress load, but can help them get off some of the meds that they are using to manage schizophrenia that's making them so drowsy. All right, second thing that it does very well, better mood, better focus, okay? Now they found that it just increases cognitive performance overall, and specifically when it's paired with caffeine. These effects were even more improved and more substantial. They've also found that it has neuroprotective effects and increases our attention and reaction times. Third thing, better immunity. I know, right? Better immunity. So they have found that it's been studied specifically in upper respiratory infections, and it was beneficial in helping to prevent just the common cold and the flu, so virus control. They also found it improves inflammation within our intestinal tract. And inflammation, tell me, how many times do we talk about inflammation every week? Inflammation is so huge, right? Chronic low-grade inflammation leads to a higher risk of chronic disease, bottom line. So it does this just by relaxing us and decreasing our resting heart rate, so giving us a calmness. And of course, this in turn can decrease our blood pressure, which is also a huge risk factor in so many diseases, right? So things just as common as heart disease, heart attacks, stroke, all the big picture things. And the fifth thing, cancer and tumor treatments. Now this is an area that is still being studied, obviously, but it's very fascinating. So there is a polyphenol in here, and if you remember, polyphenols are antioxidants. They have antioxidant properties, cell protective. Now these polyphenols, in some chemo drugs, it actually decreases the effectiveness of the chemo drugs, but for other drugs, it increased their efficiency in how those drugs worked. And in a number of studies, they've shown that people who drank tea had lower cancer rates. Coincidence? I don't know, too soon to tell, but it sure is fascinating. Fun fact time. So let's continue on this cancer roll. So a study in China showed that women with ovarian cancer who drank at least 1 cup of tea a day lived longer. Another study found that green tea drinkers were 32% less likely to develop pancreatic cancer. So again, this is very fascinating. This is very encouraging research on this L-theanine, this amino acid that's not even considered essential in our body. All right, now it's time to take a look at some precautions. Okay, so when we talk about what this does, we always need to be cautious of that, right? So lowering blood pressure. If you already have a low blood pressure, or if you are taking a medication to lower your blood pressure, this can be a double-edged sword. You'd need to be aware of that. Another thing, because it does affect our mood and our alertness, if you're on any type of stimulants, that would be another precaution. And of course, pregnancy and breastfeeding. It is not studied in that arena yet, so just be safe. Now it's time to talk Plexus, the best part. Okay, so there are 3 products that have L-theanine in it, and then a 4th one that also does, just because it's got green tea in there. Okay, so Active, Edge, and METABURN are the 3 products that have L-theanine listed in their ingredients. METABURN, Edge, and Active. Great products, all 3 of these. So the Active, we know, gives us sustained energy and focus and clarity and performance. Great product. Edge, this product is wonderful for people who need that added edge in their day, in their week, whatever that means. It is paired with caffeine in here, a naturally sourced caffeine, which amps up its productivity in your brain. It amps up what it's going to do for you, okay? So a jitter buster, it's going to help you perform better at your job, at school, whatever your day looks like. And METABURN, this is a fantastic product. METABURN, a metabolism booster and a fat burner, all in one, all in one. So another product that has this L-theanine to help with our mental mojo. Now, I mentioned a 4th that I think also would qualify for this, the Immune Plus. This product is so fascinating to me, and it just seems to me that once again, Plexus has really knocked it out of the park when it comes to this product. I think it's underrated, I think it's under talked about, and I think the things in here are brilliant. Now this does have a green tea leaf extract, so we know that the L-theanine is part of that picture because of the green tea. And there you have it. Those are our 4 superstar products for the week that contain L-theanine, this amino acid that is not essential, but yet can be very essential for our health. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Again, thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. And I will link those videos that I've done on those products in the description box. So if you want to get a better breakdown and really digging into those ingredients, those will be there and easy for you to watch. All right, thanks again for joining me. Have a great day and cheers to your health and happiness.